Hello guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to show you how to make this top. I'm going to put some photos so that you can see. But this is the top that we're making. I like it, I love it so much. You're going to need some yarn, scissors and tape measure, and also stitch markers, but it's not necessary. I will make a very small sample of it, but I'll give you the exact number of stitches and the inches that I used to make the top. So we are going to begin with the ribbing at the bottom, then the body. For this top I did 16 stitches, then I did 70 rows of the ribbing, so I'm gonna show you how I made that. So you'll begin by making a chain stitch, 16 of them. For this sample I'll make 10. Go ahead and make 16 or 2.5 inches. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have your 16 or 2.5 inches of chain stitch. Then after that you will put 1 double crochet in each chain stitch that you have here. So to do that, first I do some 2 chain stitches, then we're going to put a double crochet in our 3rd chain. You skip these 2, then do it on the 3rd chain, but we're going to do on the back loop, here. So 1, 2, then on the 3rd, this stitch here, you do it on the back side of it. So you yarn over, insert your hook on this back stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your crochet, then yarn over, pull through 2, you remain with 2, then yarn over and pull through all the 2 loops remaining. Yeah, so I'm going to show you the next one. Yarn over, insert your hook on the back loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yeah, so go ahead and do the double crochet, then I'm going to show you the next part of it. The next row you do the 2 chains, turn your work, yarn over. On this first double crochet that we have here, turn your work so that you can see the top of it. Insert your hook on the back loop. So you insert, yarn over, you pull through, you have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through. So let me show you the next few. Yarn over, insert your hook on the back loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through. Yeah, so you're going to do that in all of the stitches that you have. This is the chain 2 that we had, and this is the last double crochet. So we're going to do it on the last one. You're not going to put on the back loop because it leaves a very big space here. So you're going to insert your hook as normal on both loops. So you insert here, not on the back loop, you insert here like that. Yeah, so go ahead and do 70 rows of this, then I'll meet you back to show you how to join them and begin the body part of the top. I'm done with my ribbing. I have 30 rows. You're going to insert your hook on both loops at the top of it. Then you're going to insert here in the middle of, let me put this aside so that you can see. This is our last double crochet. So you're going to insert your hook inside here. Then insert it inside the loop. Then you pull through, you chain one. Then the next one, you insert in both the loops on the first part of it, and on the second one you insert only on the back loop. So yarn over, pull through all the loops, you do a slip stitch. Let me show you on the next one. So you're inserting your hook on the top of the next double crochet and inside of the other one. So you yarn over, then pull through all the loops, and in the last one you're going to insert in both loops. So insert, yarn over, pull through all. The side you are joining from will be the wrong side. Go ahead and chain one, turn your work inside out so that you're working from the right side, like this. We're going to do first single crochet, then from there I'll show you what to do next. So you insert your hook here in the middle of this double crochet that you made, then on this space, the top of double crochet, in 2 single stitches in 1 double crochet at the top of it and at the side. So you have your 1 chain, you do your single crochet here, 1 in the middle of it, 1 at the top of the other one, just like that, and you're doing them over this yarn so that we can hide it here at the top of this one in the middle. So you're going to have double the number of the rows that you had here. If you had, for example, here we had 70 rows, so you're going to have 140 stitches, and here we had 30 rows of double crochet, so I'm going to have 60 single crochet put all around this ribbing. So go ahead and do that, then I'll meet you at the end to show you what to do next. So I'm at the end of this, and I'm going to join on the first single crochet that we made here. So just do a slip stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through all the loops, then you chain 2, turn your work. So the next stitch that we're going to do is half double crochet. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook inside, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. I'm going to show you that again. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull through. You have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all the loops here. So you're going to do that, putting one half double crochet in every stitch. So the last stitch is going to be where you did the slip stitch. You see, this is where we did the slip stitch when we finished the row. So don't forget, this is going to be your last stitch every time. So you do that, then you find, so this is where you're going to insert to join. We have 1, 2, we have these 2 chains, and then we have this, the next one. So you're going to insert here and do a slip stitch, then you chain 2, turn your work. This is the stitch where you begin from here. So go ahead and do that. So you're going to do this for, you can go ahead and measure yourself just to be sure, from right below your underarm to where you want your top to be. This top of mine was just below the belly button, and it's 10.5. So you have single crochet, then 32 rows. So go ahead and do that, then I'll meet you. I'm going to show you how to reduce here first, from this row to here. 16 rows or 4 inches. First you're going to crochet from here where you ended your joinings. I've done very few rows, but I'm going to show you now how to reduce. So you chain 1 and you're going to do it halfway. So remember, you had 140 stitches, so you're going to do 70. In my case, I'm going to do 30 because I have 60 stitches all around. So I'm going to do 30. Go ahead and do 70 stitches, or halfway, according to the number of stitches that you have. After chaining 2, you yarn over, insert your hook, pull through so that you have 3 stitches. Insert your hook in the next space, yarn over, pull through, then you yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. So you do that, then you do 1 half double crochet in the next stitches until you have 2 left at the end, so that you can also reduce. I have my 2 last stitches, so you yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, then you insert in the next space, yarn over, pull through, then you yarn over and pull through in all 4 loops. Chain 2, turn your work, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, yarn over in the next one, pull through, then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. So go ahead and reduce at the beginning and at the end for 32 rows or 4 inches from here to here. Then I'll show you what to do next. So for the next part, which is going to be this part here to here, from here you're going to do 7 rows, and in these 7 rows you're going to reduce 2 stitches at the end of each row. You're going to do 10 stitches, then you reduce the 11th and the 12th, 13th and the 14th. So we were supposed to have 14 stitches, but you'll reduce 2 so that you have 12. The next row you'll reduce 2 so that you have 10. Yeah, just like that. Let me show you. So assuming we've done 4 inches, and now we are at the collarbone. you're going to chain 2, turn your work, do half double crochets for 10 stitches. I'm going to do only for 4, but do it for 10 stitches. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So go ahead and do 10, then we'll reduce on the last 2. So you insert your hook, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You have 4. Then pull through all and do it again on the next 2 stitches. Pull through, then chain 2, turn your work, then also reduce the first 2 stitches, 4 stitches I mean. So you reduce that, then again like that, then I already have 4, but make sure when you do, you remain with 4 stitches, then you reduce. So you do that, insert your hook, pull through, and the last 2. That you have 2. Then you chain 2 and reduce these 2 stitches to 1. That and that. You remain with 1. Then yarn over, cut your yarn and pull through. You'll have that. So turn your work and count 8, count 14. 1, 2, 3, 8. I have my 8. Insert your hook there, make a loop, then insert your loop there, can tighten it, then pull through, chain 1. Make sure you put your yarn here so that you can crochet over it to hide it. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, then insert your hook again, pull through, and then pull through all the 4 loops. Again, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through the next, pull through. Then in the remaining stitches, just do 1 half double crochet, chain 2, turn your work, insert your hook. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You do that, then when you have 4 stitches remaining, you reduce. So you yarn over, you reduce the last 4 stitches into 2. That, then this. Chain 2. I already have 4 stitches remaining, so I'm gonna reduce them into 2. Pull through. Like that. Chain 2. Then the last 2 you're going to reduce them into 1. Like that. Then you do that and cut your yarn like that, so that this is the shape that you're going to have now. So after doing that, you're going to work on the back side of your top. Insert your hook, make a loop, insert it there, pull through, make 2 stitches, insert your hook in the same place. Do your half double crochet in the same place you did your chain 2. Then again, remember to crochet over this yarn so that we hide it. So insert your hook, the next space, pull through. So the first row we are not reducing, then the next you will reduce for 3 inches, then stop reducing for the next 3 inches. The last stitch, so chain 2, then do a reduction at the beginning, just 1, and also at the end. So do that for the 6 inches, then I'll meet you to show you how to do the neckline. Okay, so this is what I have. It looks very tiny and funny. Yeah, so this is what we have. So the next thing, we're going to work on the neckline. We're going to do the border or the ribbing. So you're not going to cut the yarn, just go ahead and join these parts. Part is going to be a little bit tricky, but find the top of that chain, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through and pull through so that you have that. So just kind of do that so that we can join this part also with the remaining yarn that you left. So find the top of the last chain, the last stitch I mean. Go ahead and insert your hook at the top of the last stitch here. Insert yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through that, and also through the other one, and do one very tight chain and also do another one. Then you pull through the yarn and tighten it so that you have this tight space here. So after doing that, go back to this and we'll do single crochet around this part. So chain 1, then insert your hook at the top of the last chain, this space you have here. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, make a single crochet. The next is going to be this space, then the top of the chain, this space, the top of the chain, just the way we did here, the same thing we did here. Go ahead and place single crochet in every space. Then when you reach here, you'll have these half double crochets, so this will be easier. Just go ahead and place them here and all around here. Then I'll show you how to do the ribbing. So at the end, go ahead and join the first stitch with the last one, and now we're going to do the ribbing. For my ribbing, I did 5 double crochets. Since this is very small, I'm going to do 3. So to do that, you chain, I'm going to do 3, but chain 5, then add 2 more, turn your work so that we do the double crochets at the back loop. So put your double crochet on the 3rd chain, so count 1, 2. On the 3rd one, insert your hook in the back loop, do double crochet, just the same thing we were doing here. We're repeating it here, but we are joining it directly to our work. So in the back loop, insert your hook, do a double crochet, and the last one, double crochet. So after doing that, we're working this way. So you're going to skip 1 stitch, then you put a slip stitch in the next one. So skip 1, then next do a slip stitch. Then in order to begin the next row, we need to do 2 slip stitches again. So go ahead and do 1, 2. So you have 2 slip, so you have 3 slip stitches in total. Then you turn your work, find the last double crochet you did. This is mine. So you yarn over, insert your hook in the back loop of the first double crochet. So insert your hook in the back loop, do the double crochet, and just the same way we were doing at the ribbing of the bottom part, you insert in both loops. So yarn over, insert your loop, pull through 2, 2, then chain 2, turn your work. So you're going to do that all round, then I'll meet you to show you how to join here. Turn your work inside out. So that you can join. So just the same way we did at the bottom. Make a slip stitch, chain 1, then the next one, both loops, the back loop, then do a slip stitch, and in the last one make a slip stitch, and then chain 1, and you're done. I did 10 stitches and 24 rows, so go ahead and do that, and 2 rows of half double crochet. So after doing the 2 rows, I've only done 1 row, but after doing 2 rows, you come and fix your work here. So after joining, after finishing your work and joining, go ahead and turn. Don't do any slip stitch or anything, just go and find this middle stitch here and do a slip stitch. This is where we're doing a slip stitch. Then you can go and slip stitch in the next row. This is the first row that we began the reduction, So you go and do a slip stitch there. The next part is here. This is the next row. This is the next row that follows. So as you can see, we have this space and this space, this and this. You do a slip stitch here and here so that you can join this part. So you do it there, and the next space. Turn your work. You see now our ribbing is joined to our work. Then you go yarn over, then you find the first stitch that we have here. Go ahead and do a half double crochet in that space. Then you go ahead and do that all around. That is, and the last stitch is here. Do it on the last stitch. Then we'll do the same thing we've been doing on the other side. First, you insert the hook at the very top of the first row that you have. This is the first row. Insert your hook at the top of that stitch. Then on the next available stitch, you can see we have, this is the next one. You insert your hook in the middle and at the top. So you insert it here, and at the top, this is the top. You insert it here. So we are working the first row. We were joining to connect this row that we just made, and the second one is to create the space that you'll make the second row. As you can see here, you insert it on the first space that you have here. You see, now that makes the next row. So you're going to do that. So you're here, you go ahead and do it for 3. You're doing it for 3 inches. Go ahead and do the same thing from here till here. That is 3 inches. It's going to be 11 rows. Then after that, I'll show you how to reduce so that you can do the shoulder part of it. Now the remaining rows will be around 11. So the next thing you're doing is reducing 2 stitches here and 2 stitches at the end. Now we're going to reduce the first 4 stitches into 2. So you'll do that and that. Do the first, and again that and that. So you've reduced these 4 stitches into 2. Then you put 1 half double crochet in the next spaces. So now I have 4 stitches remaining. We are going to reduce them. So you do that and that. That is 1, then next and next. You're going to do this, reducing 2 stitches at the beginning and 2 at the end, until when you have 20 stitches remaining. You're going to reduce after every 5. So let's say you'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5 stitches, you will reduce. And don't worry, when it comes to the end, if you have maybe 3 or 4, just reduce the last 2. Just go ahead and reduce and join it there. Then we do the middle part, then the top, turn around. You can see mine is almost at the end, so I'm going to make a very big reduction, 3 in 1, so that you can get what I want to show you. This part looks so good, but if you follow the numbers that I've been giving you, this is what you will have. You do for 11 rows, then you begin reducing. When you reach here, you begin when you reach here. After 5, when you have 20 stitches, you begin reducing after every 5. Then at the very top, you'll have 3 or 4 stitches. So when you have 4 stitches remaining, this is what you will do. You will cut your yarn. Make sure you have a tail that is long, this long. Then you turn your work inside out. Bring this yarn here, and then you join using a darning needle. I'm gonna use my crochet to join it, but you can use a needle or whichever way, as long as you join these parts. This one and the last bit here. After doing that, fasten off, then sew in your ends. After doing your work, this is what it should look like. So go ahead and repeat this on this other side, and you will have this cute top. Go ahead and try this pattern if you like it, and tag me on Instagram. I'll see you when I'll be doing another project. Bye guys.